Welcome in, everybody. So tonight we're going to be building up some of the final farms in the base. So in the last couple streams, we've thrown together the melon and pumpkin farm. We've thrown together the bee farm, and both of those are actually working perfectly fine. Look at that. YouTube actually sent out a notification. The bot actually sent out the notification. The internet's not dying for once. Everything is... I'm not going to say it. I don't want to jinx it, but everything's working. There we go. I done jinxed it. Just for you. Just so we can have something interesting happen and break. Phoenix, thank you for the biddies. Much appreciated. Heather Hoffman, welcome in. Cute Kawaii Fox, ooh, welcome in. I may have added the ooh, but it's on point with your name. Mac, hello, welcome in as well. Yeah, I definitely had a lot of bees after me at one point. So the idea tonight is to finish in some of these extra squares. Now, I think, what is the final plan for the tracers installed in the base. So I've planned out, like, how all these are going to go out to places and do things and stuff. And hopefully that's fine, and hopefully that works out. I cooked on that for, like, the last hour and a half or so. But I don't know if I'm really ready to show it to you guys yet. It's in the secret spoilers if you want to hang out there. For some reason, is TikTok chat working? Hello. It is working. It just doesn't give me the viewer count. Okay, well, we have like 4 viewers. It's fine, I guess. It's small. It's growing. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so we're kind of figuring out the tracers and things. I need to figure out a lot of like how they're going to go around the gold farms. I had to do a bunch of coordinate writing down to figure out where exactly these gold farms are at in this world compared to the testing world. The testing world was off by like 2 blocks. And also, yeah, the elytra's kind of ripperonis. We should probably go repair that while I'm talking about all this stuff, shall we? It's probably good to be multitasking up in here. Yeah, for some reason the elytra's just been dying. Maybe I've been flying. It does like to be dying when you're flying. A bat farm. Bats are useless. They don't drop anything. They don't even give you experience. Maybe if I get really bored. They're probably not that difficult to farm is the thing. Maybe. Maybe I'll do it. You can bully me into it. You can bully me into it. So, I kind of want this tracer right here, like the main central tracer, to not go directly to the edge of the base. I want it to like split off and kind of do like a little bit of a fork or a trident. Maybe you can do like a little loop back in on itself. Get like some squares or interesting things in there. But in today's stream, I'm thinking we are going to be building up either the moss farm that goes there and there, or we'll build up the kelp farm. I'll leave it up to you guys, I guess. I think I have an idea for the kelp farm. It's just going to be very similar to the bamboo and sugarcane farms that we previously built. So it shouldn't be too big of a deal there to figure out a design, because I have not built that design yet. Haven't figured it out. Don't know what's happening. We're going in blind. We're doing it live. Here are all the tools. Okay. Seems like all the tools are repaired. Let's get a nice amount of experience real quick. And then, yeah, I kind of want to cook on the tracers a little bit. And then we'll get to that. I don't know, maybe if our progress is good, end of the stream, we can check out the progress that I have on the tracers. So I think they're turning out oh well. Okay. Oh well. I guess they're turning out oh well, guys. Oh, hey, look at that. The rotten flesh is going down to the burning place. The nuggets are going up where they should. This is great. This rotten flesh doesn't, like, get visibly sent up the base. But, oh, hey, look at that. It's making gold blocks. Wow. Oh, my God. The base is working, guys. Yo. The base is working. Can we get some more gold blocks in there? Yo, there goes. I love that. That's so fun. And then if we go up a layer, we should be able to see that go into here. I think we'll catch it. Oh yeah, it takes a pretty long loop around. We're gonna see it go in there sometime soon. Yeah, there it is. Let's go. I thought I heard it in the water stream. Nice. We love to see it. We love to see it, guys. Do I level the labels? I do lever the labels. Yeah, see, it's got gold farms on it. This is the only lever out of all of these that actually does anything right now. That's another thing. So, like, once we get the tracers installed, we're going to set up the actual proper redstone lines for like a majority of these. I don't think all of them. I don't think we have enough farms for every single one of these. But you know, there's things. There's things and stuff that we can do. Almost fell down there. Gotta watch out. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it up to you guys in the chat. Tell me what you want to build tonight. Do you want to build the kelp farm, or do you want to build the moss farm? Which one is it? Tell me. Tell me now. I need to know. Run a poll. That's something for like professional streamers. We're going off of yays and nays in the chat right now. We ain't got none of that 21st century technology. Let's see. 3 kelps, 3 mosses, 4 kelps, 4 mosses, 5 mosses. Mosses win. I don't know if anyone double voted in there. I don't see anyone that double voted. Mosses win. Pale moss is technically included. We could farm both. They're exactly the same, really. So we could have we're gonna have 2 moss farms. So yeah, one of them could be regular moss. The other one could be pale moss. That's perfectly acceptable. So tech kelp farms still work? I don't know. I actually have never messed with those. I know, right? Blasphemy. Let's leave behind our little bits of andesite that we have. So those are for our different project. We're switching gears. Working on different projects now. Let's see. Bunch of concrete and stuff. Yeah, so we're basically just going to need all of this. It's not really that complicated of a build, is it? Little moss farm. We're going to build the teeny tiny one that I have a tutorial for. Geez, that must have been a couple years ago at this point. And then we're not building like the Omega Moss farm that I have. Because that Omega Moss farm is, first of all, it's too big. And also, it's kind of a lot. It's more than we need. So we're going to be sending, never mind. Getting confused. Yeah, so we're going to be sending all the output from the Moss farm directly over to the compost tower. Yay! And then allegedly, what I would have liked to do is make it so there's a smart bone meal refilling system in the base. So make it so that like there's a central redstone line that goes to a dispenser that's just absolutely rapid firing out some bone meal. And then that sends bone meal to every single farm in the base, keeping them all topped up. So it's just like stockpiled. And then that bone meal will eventually make it to the farm that actually needs it, right? And then that'll turn off the signal for the redstone line, and then the bone meal will stop, right? I think that's one of the first pieces of tech that we actually worked on for the base. And I don't know if we're going to have time to get that installed. Basically, there's like 4 projects that I really want to get done before end of season, whenever that may be. We might only have like 2 weeks. So there's 4 main projects that I want to get done. Moss farm, kelp farm, and pickle farm. That's like 2 or 3 of the projects. Ignoring the poll. I don't see polls in my OBS. They're only on Twitch. OBS, like, listen. You guys are completely ignoring YouTube and TikTok when you do a poll. We already decided that we're doing moss. We're doing the moss. This isn't a democracy anymore. This is aggravated democracy. So yeah, I want to get done the little farms, which we're going to get done today, and then we're going to do the tracers and the redstone lines so that we can actually turn on and off the farms from the center of the base. Really important that we do that. And then maybe if we have time, we can build a roof above the base. And that's so it's permanently dark here. Maybe we can do like a fancy pattern on the roof, kind of similar to how we have one down below. I don't know. It's just something I thought about like an hour ago. Like, yeah, no, we should really get a roof over the base. And then we wouldn't even need our mop switches. Or no, we would. Depending on what base roof material we use, it would convert it to cave spawns, and we don't have a mob switch for that. So I guess we'd have to use like leaves or tinted glass or something. You are literally as modded as you possibly can, Casper. I don't even know if YouTube has polls. Or no, I think we do have polls, but I don't know how to do them. You have all the permissions to do things and stuff. So if you don't know how to do it, then skill issue. Basically. Let's go to, I don't know how to do it either, so skill issue on my part too. I don't even know what kind of kelp farm we're building, guys. It's, have to be a new design. So, we are going to find where this moss farm is. It's this way. I don't know, maybe if my moderators knew how to run a proper poll, I wouldn't be in this situation now, would I? Mm-hmm. I feel like this is a setup. It's a setup. Okay, so yeah, this is the teeny tiny little moss farm that we're going to build. Really is super simple. Barely even an inconvenience. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh! That's actually fine, because these blocks are not necessary. I don't know why these blocks are here. Anyway, actually, you know what? This ones might be necessary just to keep items from phasing out. Moss logics were harmed in the farm. Yes, they were. They were. It's a trap. Listen, I can't even throw a little bit of shade? Okay, that's reasonable. That's understandable. Have a nice day. I guess we were worrying about items phasing out. Those would be some more of them. Anyway, I guess we should run it so you guys can see how it works. Because it does still work. But yeah, basically it just bone meals. Gets replaced. Is it on the right timings? Oh, I might have messed up the timings. Yeah, I think the timings are off. Hold up. Did I break this already? We ran one of these and it was working fine. We ran this one and it was working fine. So I don't know what I did to that one. Isn't that the tutorial build? Hold up. Yeah, it should bone meal once the water goes away. Did I break it? Bro. I know that this works fine. It did work fine. Is it out of bone? It's out of bone meal. Bro, it's just out of bone meal. It's just out of bone meal. That would do it. There we go. Yeah, okay, so it still works fine. Jeez, we'll do the kelp farm at some other point. Do you guys really want to do the kelp farm? Jeez. I'm getting bullied over here. I don't think we have a poll for YouTube, is it? Is it renewable? Yeah, it's renewable. Yeah, so this works with the pale moss as well. I think the issue with this one might be that it's just out of bone meal as well. No? Okay, so this one's actually broken. Let's just toggle it. Maybe that'll do it. Yeah, okay, that worked. Easy fix, do both. Well, I don't know we're gonna have time to do both. Like, we can probably get both the moss farms done, because these are pretty easy, right? So maybe at the end of the stream we can do, like, the kelp farm designing. I think it'll be fairly similar to farm that we already have. But basically how this works is this the same on both? Yeah, okay. So it's just like a little bit of logic back here. It's really nothing too terribly complicated. So we have a hopper clock running back here. This will go ahead and activate the system every now and again. We don't have that many items in there. Honestly, probably doesn't even need to be a hopper clock. Probably a little bit overkill there. But then that's going to power your cobblestone generator pretty often on this clock right here, actually. So the cobblestone generator is actually always running. It's just getting turned off by your main off switch. And then when your hopper clock activates, that activates this pulse extender, which powers your upper piston to break the thing off of the moss. It also flushes your platform, and then it goes down, gets rid of your water, and bone meals. I think it's supposed to bone meal and then put the water out, which is what it should do anyway. Allegedly. Yeah, I think that's how it works. Okay, so we just need to go ahead and build both of this. But yeah, 2 stacks of bone meal in equals 3 stacks and 53 of bone meal out. So it's actually really efficient on bone meal return. That's like almost double. So that's pretty good. It's definitely better than like a flower farm, even though the flower farm is technically a bone meal farm. But that's like 30%, not quite double. So let's hop on over to the server. It's not really that complicated of a build. I should have some moss. I'm gonna get another Minecraft open so I can go ahead and just copy it. Copy on all on over. That's how we like to do things. Very convenient. Half of your world is my farms? Only half? Bro's been slacking. No, I'm kidding. That's really cool, though. Glad you like the builds. No, flowers don't grow on moss. Really sad that they don't. But also, it wouldn't be helpful for flower farms anyway. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the entire farm's only 7. 7 blocks deep. Let's bring all this in a little bit. Don't want to have to walk so far away to get access to my shulker boxes. You know what? This one was actually going to be... This one was going to be a pickle farm, actually. Never mind. Hold up. Yeah, no, this one was going to be a pickle farm because then it would be on the lime tracer. So the moss farm is actually going to be going on this one right here. Yeah. Nope! Somebody put nope on this sign! Ah. You built the giant creeper farm. Works great. Glad to hear. Mike did a really good job on designing that. Crazy build. That tutorial kind of popped off, too. Crazy stuff. Who did that? I don't know, man. This is crazy. Crazy coincidences in the chat. Also, have you guys seen Vibrant Visuals? The new shaders for Minecraft. They've been doing a bunch of testing and tweaks and changes and stuff to that in the betas. There hasn't been really anything happening in the betas recently, so I haven't like made a beta video in a while. Because they're just like, is nothing going on that I think is really worthy of a video. Hardly even a tweet, to be honest, but it is what it is. Let's grab some dispensers. We're gonna need some hoppers, some redstone torches, some comparators, some of these, some of dims, some of those. But yeah, Vibrant Visuals might be part of the Ghast update. I didn't think it would be originally because they didn't like say anything about when it was releasing. But it seemed like it was going to be 2 different updates. We'd have like the Ghast update, and then we would have the Vibrant Visuals update. But it really seems like they're going to be the same deal. Not that I've seen anything Vibrant Visuals on like Java yet, which is a bit surprising. Pilgrims have thick fog. Heck yeah, boys! Yeah, Vibrant Visuals is really good. They put a lot of work into it. They've been working on it for years. Years and years. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It appears that the YouTube stream had an oopsie whoopsie, and we lost like half our viewers. Well, that happens. Whoopsie whoopsie. Oh, never mind. The graph apparently fixed itself. I don't know. It just, because they give you like a viewer graph on YouTube. It was like 70 and then went down to 40. It's like, well, rips. What can you do? Or everybody just decided to leave the stream. What can I do? What can I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got to make sure this is all properly lined up before we put a farm in it. It looks like it is. It's always 2 blocks on these edges, so we're kind of good there. Per toy cat? Yeah, it could be. Could be. Toy cat. What does he know? Probably a lot, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 on the back, 1 on the front. That's not really quite ideal, is it? Yeah, it's just a 7-block wide farm because it's a 5x5 in the middle. Unless we wanted to make it like 6, but I don't think we really want to change the design of the build. So we're just gonna have to have it be uneven. What can we do? Okay. Well, let's make it so the two's on the back, the one's on the front. So this is gonna be like the front wall of the build. And then we can actually put like a proper shell around this thing. Wow! Who would have thought? And then how wide is it gonna be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wide. Wow, it's actually 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow! Wow, it fits inside the farm, guys. So the question is, how tall do we really want this to be? Because there's quite a bit of this that's like underground. There is essentially 3 blocks that goes underground. So if we wanted it to be like a normal build, we would have the moss be right here. Also, I do want to really design a new moss farm at some point that's like designed to be stackable. So the moss would be like right here. So that would be 4 blocks underground. Y256. Just put the farm up at Y256, guys. That's not really going to be very practical, is it? Gonna have to run a power line all the way up there. It's gonna look crazy. Now we're gonna put it down on ground level. Seems more reasonable. Seems more reasonable to me. Jeez, you guys. Trying to give me a hard time out here. Okay, so yeah, it's going 4 blocks underground. Be future silence problem. This is a good point. This is a good point. Future silence problem. Okay, so that means that our pistons would just go like literally right here. How many pistons do we have? 5? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, that's the entire farm, guys. 5 pistons. Okay. No, so these are going to be waterlogged pistons. We're going to have some lava up above them. I actually need our glass shulker box, not the grass shulker box. Very different shulker boxes full of very different blocks. What color do we want this to be? I'm pretty sure, like, the thing about this base is that, like, we have so many green crops, and there's, like, a total of 4 green tracers, and we decided to put the wool farm over there. So, like, we have pickles, cactus, bamboo, sugarcane, moss, kelp, and moss. That's 7. That's 7. I have my hands out. I'm counting. I know. There's 7 fingers in front of me. That's 7 things that are green. So it's just like, it's just not enough. So some of the greens are going to have to be blues. That's just what it is. Oh, then we got flowers. That's 8 things. Although that's kind of like, you know, you could be reasonable with that one and say like the color of the dye is the color of the farm. But like, yeah, splitting hairs at that point. So this one's probably going to be... It's going to be cyan, isn't it? Moss! Theory, can we ban not pranking someone for silent cause trouble? No. Nope. It's a sign. Yeah, we don't have enough cyan. Oh, I don't have haste over here? Oh, that's another thing that we need to do, actually, is get more beacons. Hopefully someone has some for sale. I think there was some at spawn. Hello! Ryer? Hopefully I'm saying her name right. Probably aren't. Probably amped. That's like, am not. We don't have a word for that, do we? It should be amped. Like ant. Like A-M-N-T. Amt. Pigs have hands though? Sure. Maybe do. Lord Vader. Oh my god, it's Lord Vader! Hi. Long time. Okay, yeah, so this is going to be like the back border of the wall right here. The wall's actually going to be touching right there. And then I think we can save all of this concrete. We're going to, like, actually end up with a lot of concrete left over. Just because we're going to be tearing out so much for the tracers. And other stuff like that. And then I think we can tear out all this right here, too. We didn't tear out the excess on the bee farm, so we're kind of losing out on extra concrete there, but, you know, whatever. 2 hooves and back hooves? Is there a difference? Do pigs have the same... Do they have the same hooves on the front and the back? Come here, pig! Gotta look at your feet. They're the same. They are the same. Stop moving. Stop moving. Sir pig, thank you. Yeah, see, no, they're the same. They're the same hooves. They have 4 front feet. They have 4 hands. Oh, God. They have 4 hands. That means they have 5 thumbs. Jeez. 6 thumbs. Let's see. I think the obsidian goes right here. Hold up. It's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 blocks between? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Wait. No, these pistons are off by a block. Their legs. Does that mean that they have like 4 front legs though? I don't know how the math works out for this. I'm not a biologist. I swear, I'm innocent. I don't know how I built this in the tutorial, but whatever I did, it was probably smarter than this. Probably. So we're gonna have like lava right here. This is gonna be a stone generator. Lava goes there. Some blocks there. We should probably go get an infinite water source. But why would I go get one when I can just make one out of this very convenient bit of ice that we got right here? Past silent smarter than future silent. Oftentimes vary. The brain cells do die with age. Profusely. I have lava though, right? Oh, I might not have lava. I think we only need two lava buckets. I think we can just go find some, right? I know where some lava is. Big hitchhiking with all them thumbs. 4 thumbs up. It's been downhill since I turned 50. That was like 12 years ago, my guy. But no, it's crazy. Like the channel turns 9 years old, and suddenly my hand hurts and my back hurts. It's like, dang, bro, this hits fast. It's fast. Lava. There's a lot of shulker boxes in here still. Are these all just free? Oh, wait, are all the roofs done and all the nether tunnels too? Wait, how am I supposed to get out of the nether? All the roofs are done. Can I fly out right here? Yeah, look at that. Open range. Open range nether. Let's just go down here. This doesn't look very finished. I don't think they really... No one will notice if I just, like, yoink a bit of lava, right? Am I gonna get banned for doing that? Ow. If I'm not on season 7, you guys know why. Dallas may be switching to Java on episode 700. He's doing what? He's abandoning Bedrock. Oh, that's crazy. Is he gonna be switching his world over with like Amulet or something? Because there's no way to move entities to Java. Not that I know of, anyway. That'd be crazy. Yeah, no, Dallas has had like the same world since forever, essentially. Like, I'm pretty sure that world is from Legacy Console Edition. He moved it to Bedrock. And then he's just been playing on that same single world forever. And ever. And ever. That's crazy, though. Yeah, moving to drop would be wild. Okay, so this is going to be a total of 5 layers of stone. What? I probably just activated this at the wrong time. It should be actually impossible for this to, like, make cobblestone, though. What's up with this? That's ridiculous. I don't think there's really a way to fix that. It's like water should always flow faster than lava, but, you know, bedrock. Okay. Yeah, so this is the size of the farm. And then... It's not really too complicated back here. I guess I should record a couple clips. Yeah, lag can definitely break it, and then... I'm thinking, like, the way that I would fix this... You'd have to slow it down, though. Is, you'd have 2 pistons. And then... Let's see if I can't get this mocked up real quick. Let's see. Yeah, so I think it would have to work like this. Did I not block it up on that side? There we go. Yeah, so this is an idea that I've had for a minute. Is that if you do it like this, then you guaranteed should never, ever, ever make cobblestone. Because you see how sometimes the lava goes down really quick? Like that. Like that one was way quicker. But I think if you just like remove the lava... I mean, it's going to have to slow down your generator. But in theory, it should never work. Like the lava should... I mean, that one was pretty quick though. I don't know. It shouldn't go down 2 blocks by the time the water goes over by 1, right? That doesn't make sense. I mean, look how slow that is sometimes, though. Yeah, I don't know. Have to have that on like an 8-tick clock or something. That almost looks like the old lava cheese texture right there. Anyway. I've been banned? The 3rd hop in a row from jumping. What does that mean? What does it mean? The 3rd hop in a row from jumping. You've banned the 3rd hop in a row from jumping. What? Can I just not jump? I can't hop 3 times in a row? Boom, boom, boom. Spelling isn't very good. I just won't jump. How about that? That seems more severe than what this might be. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Not that one. So one of the last farms to go on the base is going to be the dual moss farm. So we're going to have a moss farm right here kind of next to the... What's that one? Sugarcane farm and then the iron farm. This is going to be the teeny tiny moss farm that I did a tutorial on a while back because it is small and it is simple and it's not overpowered. Unfortunately, you can't stack this one though, so I would like to make another design for that at some point in the future. But yeah, this is basically where it's going to be going. Also, I broke that ban, so we're going to restart that. I got a word ban as well? Oh no. No moss! 3 minutes. Okay. I think I can do that one. Right then, I need to look at how to actually build this thing. Supposed to have some droppers too. Droppers? Yeah, I restarted the ban. I didn't. Did I jump to get out of there? I might have. Yeah. Restarting the ban. Gonna be here all night. I'm not sure how I'm gonna place this dropper facing downwards. Can I? Is that possible? No, why is it not possible? Just isn't. Why is it? I can't even place that above there for another 36 seconds. Hold up. I'm gonna have to go down, but then I won't be able to jump out of there. Do I have slabs? Hold up. No! Well, dang, I was gonna craft some slabs so I can get down here. I have a crafting table. Hold up. Let me cook. There we go. This is how we get round bands. Rockets, yeah, but you have to activate your elytra to use a rocket. Okay, so the backside of this is actually fairly simple. Barely an inconvenience. There goes the jumping band. We can do jumping now. What a concept. I'm actually pretty happy with how this circuit turned out. We need a target block as well. You finally using them target blocks. Yes, this is gonna be part of the lower redstone. And then we have more dispensers. Dispenser go there for water. Dispenser go there for water. Oh, geez, we got a raid. Dry Mark, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. Hope you guys are doing well. You're trying to get me to say the banned word. I'm smarter than that. I think. Not today, Kula. Not today. Okay, now we just need to go down there and do all the thing. Should tell all the raiders what we're building. We're building a green block farm. It produces green things. It's a cousin of lichen. Starts with an M. I can say it. Moss. Moss. Beautiful, beautiful moss. So much dirt right here. Okay, that one's obviously a problem. We don't need these ones here, I don't think. Beautiful, beautiful moss. You've never seen moss as beautiful as this. Is that weird to say? Feeling like it's a little bit weird. I just really like moss. What can I say? Not Moss Logic. No, that guy's a menace. The actual moss blocks though. Yeah, so if you are watching on Twitch, there is kind of a fun mechanic where you can use your channel points to redeem certain things in the stream, like banning me from saying certain words or doing certain actions in game, playing noises on the stream. You know, there's quite a few options there, and you just get these channel points by just watching the stream, basically. It's hardly an inconvenience. Pretty cool if I do say so myself. YouTube doesn't have anything like that I'm aware of. Without like kind of janky third-party apps that don't really work that well. Okay, 4-tick repeater clock goes right here. Boom and boom. Okay, and then this is actually going to power the whatchamacallit? The cobblestone generator. Okay, so that's that all done. Oh, right, and then we need a sticky piston on here as well. I'm consulting my other Minecraft world that I have open right now. Can't break those blocks. And then this observer needs to be facing downwards, so that it powers this block. Right? I think that's off by a block. Yeah, somehow I'm off by a block. This is supposed to be a block over. That's coming out of the right repeater? Oh, it's supposed to be coming out of the left repeater. Okay. I don't think that that really matters. Yeah, I don't think that matters. Yeah, I don't think that matters. Yeah, I did have a slab on the one in the tutorial because this piston was over by a block. You only want it to power the redstone line when it's retracting, not when it's extending. So this is fine right here. I don't think this, I don't think it matters. Maybe. We'll find out if it's breaking, right? Glad you like the videos. Creeper Farm is insane. Mike actually has an updated design even. That's like even better. It's like crazy. Guy can't be stopped. He's a menace to creepers everywhere. Let's see. So we need a bunch of glass. I don't know if we actually... Ooh, we have none. Does anyone sell glass in the shopping district? Because I don't have a furnace array. Mike Homer. He's the guy who designed the Creeper Farm. Mentioned that in the video. Yeah, we might need to go. Oh, you know what? There is actually a glass shop. How many diamonds do I have? We got plenty. Off to the farm we go. Off to the shopping district we go to spend all my money. Do 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 do. Where's my glass farm? Don't have one. Yeah, non-existent. Non-existent. We should probably just buy. Oh, you know what? We should probably buy like a shulker. I ain't got the inventory room for that. There is a timeout redemption where you can try and time out someone in the chat, but sometimes it backfires. Sometimes it backfires, just saying. It's Blaze. This is still 1 diamond, right? Yeah, 1 diamond a stack. Oh no, there's not that much. There's more than we need, though. Let's buy 18. Okay, and away we go. Yeah, please don't spam in chat. Thank you. Appreciate it. The moderators do not take kindly to such actions. Okay. We have dyes for this, right? Oh, you know what? We don't. We do not have dyes for this. Cyan is not one that we've made! No! Do we have blue? We have a little bit of blue. We got green? We do got the green. Okay. All the cyan. That'll just have to work. That's why we're supposed to get our smelting array going. That's why we're supposed to build the pickle farm. But the pickle farm has nothing to do with this, but whatever. You get the point. We need to build the smelting array. We have the smelting array. We need to just use it. That's our problem. I want to... Oh, this one's glass. Okay. I have moss, right? We made sure that I have moss for this, right? That's kind of important if you want to build a moss farm, isn't it? And then we have plenty of bone meal over here. I think that's actually the farm done besides like item collection. But item collection is just a couple hopper minecarts. And then we'll have like an auto dropper set up for that. So no big deal there. Is sand renewable? If you dupe it. Otherwise, not really. They need to add a way to properly farm it in vanilla. Because, like, you can buy glass from villagers, but that's not very good. And then I think the Wandering Trader sells, like, some red sand. But that's not very good either. So, not generally very convenient. Yeah, I think that's actually all the infrastructure for this design done. We just need to get ourselves a moss block. I know I have a pale moss. Wrong level. Oh, I don't have a singular moss block? Really? Hey, moss! Moss logic, get over here! I got some shears. Don't worry, it's time for a haircut. Interesting. Interesting, indeed. There's definitely none in this box. Really wanted to make sure. Stay around there for like 12 hours. Try the pail. Yeah, I mean, pail will work exactly the same. It's identical in every way. We're going to have to fill in this little bit right here. I thought this was the on-off switch, but it's not. Oh! That's self-powering. Cool. Just fix that. That lever took a really long time to mine. This is the on-off switch. I don't know how many items go in here. Hold up. 5 items go in here? Doesn't seem like that many. So I think we can get rid of this hopper clock. Also, we need to cover this up so no blocks fall in there. And then we're also going to have like some slabs underneath this thing. That way no items fall at the bottom. Because, you know, a lot of items. But otherwise, like the redstone of it is so easy. So simple. Barely even a problem. Azalea bushes. Those only give you the azalea trees and rooted dirt. You can't get moss from that. Yeah, you get the bushes from Oh, I think this is on the wrong sequence. Oh, I didn't finish the hopper clock. I'm stupid. That's what I am. I'm just stupid. I didn't finish the hopper clock. This thing. I thought we still had something to do. Jeez. Please excuse me and my dumminess. Hopper clock can go on the backside, right? No. There we go. I think that'll do it. They're still alternated. I just shouldn't have put the levers down. Oh, geez. Now this one's wrong. I shouldn't have touched it. Is this right? No, this is still wrong. Okay, everything is wrong and broken. Hold up. And now, we got these things falling through here. Jeez. Everything is broken and wrong. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here. I know how to build my own farm, apparently. I'm pretty sure that needs to be like that. Okay. So it should, like... No, it's gonna go up and release the water. Which means that it's going to come back in. So this goes up, it pulls the water in, it goes down, it bone meals, and then puts water back out. Okay. Yeah. That's how it should be. I still remember the logic of this. The moss logic! I still remember the moss logic. I think we could put some more items in that hopper clock. Oh, half of our items are going down here. That's right. Yeah, we kind of need to make a bunch of slabs. Listen, I am a professional. I know exactly how this farm works. I designed it. I just have a short memory. A few more than that, jeez. Yeah, so all these need to be in place. And then they won't go downwards. And that'll solve all the life's problems. And then eventually we're going to send all these items to Compost Tower. How we're going to do that, I don't know. We do need to set up item collection for this, though. We should just turn this off real quick. Does it solve Silent 2? Sure. He's got a problem, and now solve it. Yeah, so I have a tutorial on this. I just, I kind of butchered the building of it because, obviously, I'm not watching my own tutorial. That's the problem. That's why you just don't build things from looking at it. You gotta watch the tutorial. I picked up the entire inventory immediately. Cool, let's go ahead and throw those out again. Just trying to pick up these guys. Well, that's all we'll get. Okay, so now we need to item collection it. Barely an inconvenience. And then we need some rails for that too. We have no rails. They're all in there. Couple walls. Bunch more hoppers. Yeah, so we're doing like quad speed item collection for this because you really do need it. So basically all the items get picked up like right here-ish. And then I think they're all gonna have to go downwards like this, yeah. I don't know how we're gonna set this up to be automatic. Like shoot all the items out, but we will figure that out once we need to figure it out. Because all these items should be going to Compost Tower. Oh my god. And then we gotta make sure that we have all these rails in, just like that. Get our walls in there. And then something weird that I realized is that on Java, minecarts are really, really different. So on Bedrock, if a mob even like touches a minecart, it'll get into it. Or you can like nudge it like this. You can see you can just like walk up to it and nudge it. You cannot do that on Java Edition. It just straight up doesn't exist. Doesn't happen. Really silly. Yeah, so we could have these items kind of drop down. Ooh, you're right, actually. Ooh, smart ideas. I think you're right about that. Would that work? No, you're brilliant. Why didn't I think about that? I'm supposed to be the smart person. Hold up. No. I think that would actually work fine. Oh, we can get rid of those real quick. Yeah, I mean, this farm just has, like, these, minecarts for item collection, but I think that would work fine. Everything should get pushed to these middle 2 blocks anyway. I think you're a genius! You're a genius, Harry! Then we need some extra slabs around here just to hold in these items. Because, you know, sometimes they, like, pop off and they get a little bit excited. And they can jump out of the farm. So these slabs are kind of like temporary material. I don't know what permanent material we would use. Because there's no slabs that match concrete. So kind of done for there. But yeah, it's actually a really easy build if you don't mess it up like me 5 times. But hey, where's the fun in that? Joy, welcome in. Pale Moss, you had to do 2 blocks tall because they were getting yeeted over the top? That's crazy. They shouldn't do that. Seems unlikely. Oh my god, I almost picked up a melon. Yeah, so if we have both the moss farms running, and like the melon and pumpkin farm and the flower farm, like Compost Tower is gonna be getting some crazy things happening. So I want to check the first couple hoppers in there and make sure there's no extra miscellaneous items. Looks like we're good. We've been doing a lot of work on these item streams, you know. Sometimes random stuff falls in there and might go to Compost Tower. What can you do, right? Mining a block, it just yeets itself off into the void. Okay, we don't need that one. Don't need that one either. Okay, so I think this one's actually done. Right? I mean, it's really not a complicated build. I think you're perfectly right, Reclaimer, about having the items just fall straight down right here. And then we're going to have, like, a tracer come out of this. Right here anyway. So I think you're absolutely correct. Yeah, you just saved us, like, a bunch of redstone. Cool! Bunch of redstone, bunch of lag, bunch of hoppers, bunch of droppers, bunch of noise, bunch of shenanigans. Do I have any ice I can use for that? Yeah, if they could just fall straight into a water stream, man, that's going to be so clutch. I haven't think about that. Yeah, we don't even need, like, any items elevators for these, because they're just falling straight down into the ground. Okay. And then we'll just, like, put some water back there. Call it good, basically. I think we need to have a little bit of that right there. Oh, wait, no, that one's supposed to be there. Trying to save concrete. And this is the actual edge of the build. So, like, perfect, yeah. And then, how do you turn it on? Question for the ages. Oh, it probably helps if you don't have that right there. Yeah, I mean, this works fine. Yeah, I think adding a couple extra items to the hopper clock's actually better for efficiency. Because see how we're, like, wiping out all the moss now? Yeah, see, like, there's only one extra moss that didn't get replaced on that one. Brilliant. That's the neat part. You don't. Missed a couple slabs. I think we're good on slabs. Besides this one on the front. You don't need any on these back sides right here, so we're good. Compost tower might need another layer. I mean, if we were running the flower farm at the same time as this, and the other little one that we're putting over there, then yeah. Oh, you know what? This is so small and flat that the illegal cactus might be able to live above it. Let's hope so. Build the same farm, but you don't get as much moss. Check your timings. make sure that when you turn it off, the water is out. That's important. Yeah, see, the water is supposed to be out when it's off. And then you can maybe add a couple of items to your hopper clock. Is that a lost item? Oh, wait, hold up. Yeah, no. No, you're right. We did miss a couple slabs back there. Okay, I think we're all good. Yeah, we should be totally fine. A little once over of the farm. And, yeah, this is great. Man, getting all these items actually to the correct area, though, might be a little bit of a headache. How do we want to do that? Because we could send them underground and get them to this area. That would probably be ideal. Underground straight to this elevator, and then yeet them this direction. Obviously, well, no, we're gonna have a tracer going from this to the core of the base. So I don't know. You know what? Future silent problem. Legitimately. Future silent problem. Okay. So this was actually a really easy farm to build, even though I might have messed it up like 4 or 5 times, but it's just running, it just works, and there's not much really to say about it, besides that's a teeny tiny little moss farm. Oh, I don't actually have regular moss, so we're just using pale moss here. They're exactly the same, though. They're like literally just copy-pasted in the code, and then desaturated, and that's literally all there is to it. It turns out you can just drop all the items out of the front of this thing, straight down into a water stream, and now I need to figure out what to do with all of this. So we're probably going to have a tracer going from here to the middle of the base, but the items from this are going to go into, like, the compost tower, so we could just redirect those items straight into this water stream somehow. I mean, look at that. That's so many items. So we're going to be getting a lot of bone meal from this. I don't know the logistics. Don't worry about it. It's a future silent problem, guys. How moss produces less? Does it now? Please keep the chat English only. Thank you. Okay, we're going to take all this. Farm's done. We'll tear down this little dude. And then, no plants. Oh, yeah, no, that makes sense, actually. Because you don't get the, yeah, you don't get the, what you call it? The azalea. Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. The bushes! There's no bushes! I love our, like, multi-threaded, water streams over here. They're kind of, like, overclocked. Also, hold up. Let's take all these back down to the base. These are just camping here. Oh, we still have dirt in here, too? Jeez. Bunch of junk. Okay, so we need to build a second one of those back over there by Cactus. By the almighty Cactus. Our Lord and Savior Cactus. I don't know what to do with any of these right now, so we're just gonna throw them right there. Seems to be a pretty good... All hail the needle. All hail his pokiness. Anyway, let's go and build the other one. Stop procrastinating, shall we? I think the piston needs to be going right here. 3 in and then over by 1? I think maybe something like this. I was supposed to count it. In by 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's in by 4 and then in by 3. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I figured it out. How will it turn on? We're gonna have the actual redstone lines for like all these farms be underneath the tracers. So we're gonna run a redstone line from the center of the base, basically. Okay, the piston actually needs to be right here. And we get to rip out all this concrete. Yeah! Look at this. Free concrete. What does the world come to? Already, Casper? How dare you? Let's see. I gotta close Discord. These people are crazy. You don't need to know. You don't need to know what he did. It's not in stream chat though, but he did a thing and it's kind of funny. He made some fan art of our holy cactus. What can I say? That's all I can say. Gonna get canceled out here. Right, this box doesn't need to be here. Get out of there. Get out of there. How did those go to the offhand? Stop! I didn't even click on them. Just went straight to the offhand. Straight from crafting table, straight to the offhand. Horrible. Bad game. Bad game design. Bad. Okay, you know all those redstone materials that I had in my inventory and I threw away? Yeah, we kind of need all those again. Oops. Did I do that? I did. I did do that. I take full responsibility for my actions this one time. Next time, though, it's all on you guys. Okay, so that's just moss farm number 1. Moss farm number 2 is going to be going under here, underneath the holy cactus. And I think that the moss farm is just short enough that it will actually be perfectly fine. So hopefully we can keep the holy cactus and his pokiness, and we'll just have a farm underneath that. It'll be great. It'll be something to behold. Let's give her this rain. No, do not add that as emoji. You are gonna get banned by Tycraft. I don't think Tycraft appreciates these. And a lot of other people. But it's mildly humorous. Do I have observers? I don't. Okay, hold up. I need to figure out the size of this build again, because we are out here messing around and not even discovering anything. So what's even the point? I think that this one might be the drop chute right here. I gotta make sure they don't add this to Discord. Okay. Yeah, we need to go find ourselves some actual moss. Maybe we'll go find like ourselves a little lush cave or something. That might be our best bet here. So I don't know what we're gonna do this back area, but it's just there now, so it exists. It didn't ask to exist, but it does exist. Oh, you know what's fun? Do you guys play Bed Wars at all? On Hive or anything? Sky Wars or anything like that? Because I just played some earlier today for a video that you guys will see. And it's actually right up my alley. So if you guys like what I do, then we turn Bed Wars on its head. And it's pretty fun, actually. We had a good time. You'll see that on Defect's channel. And I'm out of time. I don't know, but it's fun. We had a good time, actually. It turns out I'm kind of goated at Bed Wars. I had 25 kills in one game and 2 bed breaks. Legit, 25 kills. It was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. I might make a short on it or something. I don't know. Yeah, they just invited me over to like make a video because they mostly do Bed Wars on their channel. So it's a little cross collaboration. Oh, we are so close. Hopefully it doesn't get ruined. Oh God, there's lava. There's lava right there, everybody. Just wanted you to know there's lava right there. Don't worry, I found out. But yeah, actually a really fun video. I had a good time. We played like 2 games. We did very well. Don't fall in. Oh! Oh my God! Yeah, lava's not actually that dangerous. What do we have on our armor? Protection, protection, fire protection. Oh yeah, so we can sit in here for a minute actually. Yeah, we're kind of fine in here for just like a minute. Yeah, it's not even that big of a deal. Fire protection is so good. If you have 2 fire protection 4s, man, you're basically immortal. I'm not going, like, don't sue me if you die. If you have 2 fire protection 4s on. This is not a factual statement. It's a statement of opinion. But, it is a very handsome opinion. So, take it with a grain of salt if you feel like that's the correct choice of action. Yeah, no, getting stuck in lava can definitely make you panic. And it's really the panic that kills you. You know, fear is the mind killer after all. Or whatever they say. Why do I even have a target block on this? I don't think I need to have a target block there. Yeah, that doesn't need to be a target block. So that must be vestigial redstone. Interesting. Yeah, so sometimes, you know, when I'm designing things, I you know, we go through like, you know, 10 different iterations sometimes. At the least, there's like 3 iterations for the redstone. So sometimes I'll be working on like one part and then I'll refine that and change that like 5 times. And then hooking that up to another part of the build, there'll be like some, you know, vestigial redstone. If you don't know what it means, look it up. Part of evolution. It's just like a leftover feature that's no longer useful, but it's not detrimental, right? Or it could even be detrimental. But basically, it's a leftover feature. Turns out we have a giant cave right here. You learn something new every day. Did I know about this cave? Looks like I probably did. We just cover this over? Okay, bye now. You managed to make the 2021 Dark Oak Farm and put 2 wither cages on there? Dang, that's crazy. Yeah, that Dark Oak Farm is not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. Wither cages too, man. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. That's the obsidian, right? Yeah. Get rid of all this. Yeah, so sometimes when I'm, like, messing around with builds, there will just be, like, some little bit of redstone that doesn't necessarily need to be there. That could be a little bit better refined. But it was necessary or even critical in a previous iteration of the build. So, if you ever see something like that, that's why. It doesn't usually happen, but I think it might have happened in this tutorial if there was actually a target block right underneath here, because there definitely doesn't need to be a target block there. I think what it was is I probably had this, like, turned around like this or something. It's probably, like, turned around like that, and then, like, this was getting redirected somewhere, and it had to point into that block, so I had to have a target block there. But, yeah, it's definitely... Usually I catch that kind of stuff in the actual tutorial, though. That's also another reason why sometimes the materials list can be off by a block, because I'm like, oh, okay. There's, like, one extra block that's not necessary. A lot of times, I will update the materials list as I'm doing the tutorial, and then record a clip at the very end and just put it earlier in the video, so you won't even notice, because I zoom in. It happens kind of a lot. I think we did 7 items in last one, right? I don't have a lever. No levers? We're watching Star Wars and working on the Mega Base? It is indeed fun. I have a good time doing it. Speaking of, I do have my Star Wars rant ready to go. Be afraid. I watched all the original trilogy. I have that rant. We've already done that rant, of course. And then I have my prequel trilogy rant ready to go. I wrote it down. Pretty sure that's supposed to be on 4. Yeah, it's quite a bit, actually. It's like a lot of notes. I didn't think I'd have that many notes. I have a lot of notes. I have a lot of notes. And none of them are in the form of blocks. Did you ban sneaking? You did! See, sometimes I can catch it in chat. If someone just says, like, a random word. Like sneaking. Like, okay, that might be a ban in action. I'm learning, guys. I don't know if I need to sneak for the rest of this, though. Let's get a little hole right there. Did I put the water in this yet? I did not. Am I making this farm the same color as the other one? I am not. No, I don't think so. Oh, no. No, they're on different quadrants of the base. Yeah. Oh, I forgot that we have a beehive up there. I need to transplant that bee. I'm pretty sure that's a munchy bee. I need to transplant him into the actual bee farm. Oh, wait. Oh, I did a ban a word timer, not a ban an action timer. I started a 3-minute timer, not a 1 minute. Okay. So I can crouch midair. Yeah, so I don't know what color farm this is going to be. This is probably going to be pink or magenta. 2, 3. I think, no, it's going to be... I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Lava's not that dangerous. All the people who've ever tried to bridge in the nether are crying in the corner. Yeah, well, you know. It's not that dangerous if you're something of a professional. But yeah, no, I mean, we've all died to lava, right? I mean, not that long ago, I had to get saved in the nether because of lava. But also, like, I did kind of purposely glide down into the lava because I thought you could still activate your elytra in lava on Bedrock. But they removed that feature because Gotta calm down. Gotta calm down. Because raisins! I don't know. It's stupid. Not very calm. I don't know why. But it was so convenient to be able to fly out of lava. You can do it on Java. You can fly out of water on Java. And now you can't do either on Bedrock. It's like, what is the point? What is the point? Why are we here? Just to suffer. I don't understand. Oh, you know what we're forgetting? We're forgetting all of the slabs on the bottom. Yes, I don't know, man. Bedrock Edition. They do some sillies every now and again. But hey, you know, maybe that's not so bad. We're all allowed to do a little bit of silly sometime. Oh, wait, hold up. Take those blocks out. I'm trying to figure out where the entrance to this should be. I think it can be right here. Here we go. Slabs. So many slabs. Technically, you could use full blocks, but, you know. This is cheaper. Always trying to save you guys resources. I've probably saved billions of blocks. Maybe not billions, but I've probably saved you guys, like, maybe over 100,000 hours of gameplay just by making my farms cheaper. I was gonna say 1,000,000 hours, but like, I don't know about that. But like, we have probably 100 million tutorial views, probably. So, how many hours that equals in gameplay time? I don't know. You like assume that maybe 30% of people build the farm. How long does each farm take? I mean, 30 minutes to 2 hours? And then you got yourself 30 million people spending 2 hours on a build. And then if you can save each one of them like a minute or 2 or 5, like, that adds up, you know? That adds up. And then if you can waste all their time by, you know, doing something wrong and like not telling them critical information, then like even better. Wait, what? There is ways to be very nefarious in my position. Oh yeah, I could just put a glass pane right there. No, you're right. You're right. You had to make a glass pane though. I have glass panes? Oh, I think I threw all my glass panes away. Yeah, whatever. They're so cheap to make. But yeah, that'll work perfectly fine. Yeah, okay, brilliant. Yes, that's why I try to make the videos like as short as possible as well. Not only just to, you know, make them more concise, but also just to save you guys time, because like there's a lot of time spent watching the videos. I want to make sure that you guys aren't wasting any. Especially on the scales that the videos get. It's like crazy. With great viewership comes great responsibility. And great possibility to troll. So much possibility. Like I can do this. Hey Alexa, play Rick Ashley, Never Gonna Give You Up. And somebody, somewhere, may have just had that happen. The minute that cactus breaks. Yeah, no, I know. We're being careful with it. Let's see. Hey Google. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, so a lot of people watch streams on like their TV. And like the living room or something. So I you know, that's not like weird at all for me being in someone's living room. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Not worried about it at all. No no pressure there. But yeah, if there's like an Alexa or something, or a Google or something, and in range, oh man. Oh, I didn't think about a tall grass. That's actually a really good point. How's the cactus floating? I actually have no idea how we had this cactus start floating like this. I think we're just gonna put a button right here. That'll stop everything from growing right there. Yeah. Normally we'd have a hopper right here. We're gonna have to send in the hopper from the side, from this side, to restock bone meal. I'm in your living room. Be afraid. The call is coming from inside the house. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna get broken with block updates. Like, I kind of want to get a download of the world and try it. Am I still logged into Nodecraft? I am! Maybe, yeah, let me get a download of True the Bedrock, actually. Let's see, backups. We got one from a couple hours ago. Is my mic buzzing? I hear buzzing. Buzz! Buzz, buzz. Sometimes it does that randomly. I have no idea. No idea why. Anyway, I'm going to download the world, and hopefully that doesn't, like, crash the internet or something. So, I think we're done with this farm, too. We just need to go find ourselves some regular moss. And I don't know where we should look for that. I mean, we could just, like, go caving, or we could go to actual spawn or something. I think my mic is buzzing. Yeah. Let me try and fix it. Sometimes if you, like, turn it off, turn it back on. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, there's a cave down there, but, like, lush caves are super rare. I don't think that was a lush cave. So we'll just, maybe we'll go to... Oh, there's bum blocks in here? Epic. Maybe we'll go to spawn and see if there's any, like, just random moss lying around. Seems like maybe the best option. Give ourselves a little bit of this. And... yeah, I definitely don't have any storage, so let's just head off. You know what? There might be... there's this big cave right here. Let's poke down here. See if we got anything down here. Oh, I think this is pretty much a dead-end cave, isn't it? Seems like it. Do theft from spawn? I mean, that's the plan, my guys! Someone also might just legitimately sell moss, and we'll just buy some. That would be fine, too. Someone else's chest? I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, hey, you guys are the ones suggesting these things. These leaves have been here literally all season, and I was hoping that they would eventually decay as I fly by. But, like, they just haven't. I've flown past here probably, like, 30, 50 times. And they're just, like, you can see all the items down there. But they just haven't. There's a crafting table right there. I wonder if that's free. You think someone's going back for that? Let's see. So, I think there's the plants shop right here. This one might sell some moss. Yeet myself in here. We got cactus. It's not a floaty cactus, so it's not nearly as good. I thought it would sell dead bushes. You can take things out of flower pots? I had no idea. Had no idea. Steel block of moss. I'm into my... oh, wait. This shop is very confusing to me. Because, like, the barrels in front of the things aren't having those things in them. Not a bad place to get those. Yeah, we've come here like 50 times. And I'm always confused by what exactly they sell. There's a doggo. Okay, I think there was also a moss shop over here. I've always been able to. Yeah, I didn't really know that. I never use flower pots. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, this is pale. I don't need that. I need the non-pale. A lot of frog lights. Frog lights are fun. There's nothing... something is stuck in this water stream. Oh my god, it's a chicken! There's a noise machine right there. Bone meal to the floor. I mean... There is a lot of moss in this building, now that I look at the building. Also, man, this build palette is wild. A lot of things happening here. Yeah, I mean, there is just, like, moss in the floor. Hold up. Let's commit a theft. Real quick. I tried to give them my money. They wouldn't take it. We're gonna go off somewhere. Let's go this direction, where there's no one basing or building. And then we'll just, like, oh, here we go. Just like this little island right here. Yeah. Here we go. No one will ever notice. And then we just, like, remove the whole island. And then no crimes have been committed because there's no evidence of a crime. It's like if a tree falls in a forest. No one's around to hear it, therefore it doesn't make a noise, obviously. Physics. And then we put the moss back. And then we're like, no crimes have been committed. Boom. Look at that. We can even add an extra moss somewhere. We can, like, pay them. And see where to put down a moss. Oh, there's some moss carpets out here. I guess that would also be an option. I always like to check in here to see what kind of junk they got for sale. I don't think they restocked this, though. It's always been the same stuff. Apparently everything in there is a diamond a stack. That might have been the same moss block that I took, even. So they would never even know. I just took it for a little ride around the world, and then it was good. Yeah, someone came through here and, like, deforested all the trees. But the leaves didn't decay. Also, I don't know what's up with this. This just showed up, like, 2 months ago. And no one claimed it. Or did anything with it. Or anything. Or finished it. I think they were trying to, like, move villagers through here at some point. It's kind of ugly, though, ain't it? Yeah, I don't really know what it is. Something happened. Something made some sort of sense. In the moment. Wasn't me. Actually. Who would clear cut an entire forest? I mean, there is people who would do that. Is that the water source too? Yeah. And then there's also that. Great, so now I just gotta stand here for 30 minutes, wait for this stuff to regrow. It would be really nice, actually, if we could bone meal grass to make it spread, but you cannot. You can do that with Nelium and stuff, but not this stuff. Seems a little bit weird. Seems like you should be able to do that. Okay. And then, we'll clean up the edges a little bit. Not too worried about it. I'll have to come AFK over here, though. Or I can just rip it up and put down some new grass. Ow. Okay. This farm should be done now. Put that in there. Is my world downloaded? I think surely Bedrock's downloaded. Oh, you know what? Nodecraft gives you TZST files. What does that mean? Could not tell you. But you extract it. And then that gives you a folder with a tar file. And then you 7-zip extract that again. And then I think you get a regular zip. Something about file compression. I don't know. But anyway, I think we're finally done here. I guess we'll go replace this one with some regular moss as well. That one gives you better bone meal efficiency. Windows natively unzips it. Really? Oh yeah, I mean Windows might be able to, but I've just been using 7-zip to, like, extract some smarty pants like that. Let's see. Let's see, world. Love how it gives you all the files from the server too. Also, for some reason, there's an old zip of, like, a really old version of Truly Bedrock inside the world file. So every single backup has 2 worlds in it. And it shouldn't. But basically, we're going to make a copy of this world real quick. of the actual Truly Bedrock server, put it into creative, or whatever the case may be. You might not even need it. I think you spawned with nothing, though. And then we're going to see what happens to that cactus if it gets updated. Profiles, regular. Where's my worlds at? Put the Truly Bedrock world in there. Okay. I might have to restart Minecraft for that to show up. Okay, so moss farm number 2 is installed. We actually got some real moss on this one. Turns out these produce more bone meal because you get the azalea bushes from these, whereas you don't with the pale ones. Now, I'm worried about our holy cactus because it's like right here on the limits of the farm. So we put down ourselves a button to stop the too tall grass from generating underneath it. So hopefully this is just like totally fine. As long as it doesn't get touched or updated or anything like that, then it should exist. It's like... It's got a pixel of room right there. It's fine. I still don't know how we made that floating cactus, but it's here to stay now. Definitely here to stay. And if we turn on the build, everything should just function pretty easily, right? I mean, there we go. Give it a second. Oh, I think no, I need to alternate the water. My bad. The water's supposed to be out when it's off. Oh wait, now it's off. So what happened before? Something's up. Something is up. My guys. You don't need that target block there. Hold up. Oh geez, that is all the quotes. All of them. Yeah, something's not quite right. Please don't spam the quotes, thank you. Yeah, it's bone mealing at the wrong time. I think the water's got to be wrong. Okay. Hopefully that does it. Should have been correct before though. There we go. Okay. And also, yeah, see, we're gonna lose some items right there, so I think we'll just put like a glass block, and then we just won't have any items. Get stuck there. So we should be fine. Cool. Okay, well, it looks like this thing's actually working fine then. No issues at all, besides that little desync at the beginning. Like we should be good to go now. So we break that one, put that back. And, yeah, it doesn't flush at the end when you turn it off, so technically you can lose some items that way, but still works fine. It's not really that many items. Oh, wait, those go the wrong way, don't they? Yeah, they do. Oh, it's fine. They're gone. Did I pick them up? I might have picked them up. That only happens when I throw them in there, though. Okay. Keep falling down here, man. I need to cover these up so I don't fall in here anymore. Let's go jump into that other Truly Bedrock world. And then... see if that cactus breaks, shall we? Yeah, if you're running like 12 bot commands, that is definitely spammy McSpammy, my guys. It should be here. Yeah, True the Bedrock Season 6. Streamlabs is just a bot. It cannot think for itself. Therefore, it should not be in charge. Oh, yeah. See, we're in survival. This is where cheats is, right? Oh, no, it's right down here. What's our base coordinates? 600, 800? No. Oh, we're close, though. 700? Oh, I think it's 800, 600. Yeah, it's 800, 600. Okay, let's see what happens to that cactus. Okay, so we're going to grab ourselves some moss and some bone meal. Okay, we got ourselves a creative copy of the world, mostly just because I'm curious to see what happens. So if we have a too tall grass grow underneath this guy, is that going to pop it off? This might take a minute to get a grass. Oh no, it ruins it! Oh my god! R.I.P. Yeah, so pretty much any block update is gonna kill that cactus. For shame! That's so sad. This is so sad. That was the only copy of the world that I had to. I didn't make a copy of that. We couldn't see if there was other ways of doing that. But yeah, pretty much any way of updating that's gonna break it. So that's good to know. So now that we have the moss farms installed, do you guys want to try the designing of the kelp farms? No, we'll just like stop grass from growing underneath it. It'll be fine. We lose 1 block in our efficiency of the moss farm. Not a big deal. Okay, where is my little farms at? I think they're over in this direction. In theory, the design that we have for the sugarcane should just work. Twitch voted for kelp farm. Well, Twitch was not being thoughtful of the YouTube. Also, it was by like 6 votes. I'm pretty sure this is the final design, but I think we have a better structure of this somewhere. Yeah, over here. Yeah. Structure block. There we go. Not a difficult word to spell, but you want to know that from watching me. Let's go for 30. And then, I don't know, just 20. Definitely way too big. Okay, that should all be good. So now we're going to kind of rip out the middle of this thing. Because I don't know how item collection is going to work. I think they're going to have to float up to the top and then float over. And actually, all this water going everywhere, perfectly fine. Barely even an inconvenience. Yeah, so this is the design that I've had for quite a while now. It's not really anything too special. It is extremely compact, though, when it comes to actually building it and having the redstone and everything. However, it's kind of expensive per plant. And maybe not the most lag-friendly thing ever because of all these pistons. But besides those two things, it's, like, pretty good. If you want to get, like, the highest plant density per area, this isn't a bad way of doing it. I think we're going to have that be flowing water. Now, flying machines technically also have very high density too. But again, those come with their own drawbacks. You know, if you leave the area as it's flying, it has a chance of stopping. There's also a chance that it can, like, detect a plant growing up right in front of it and stop. So, you know, there's some things there. Things to be aware of. Nothing too horrible, though. Let's go ahead and get these guys powered up. I think we can just use a single observer, can't we? That should be fine. Yeah, okay. Now, the problem is with this is that you need your pistons to actually be waterlogged. I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. Hold up. Let's kill the items. Because I think that reflowing water is going to get turned into water sources by the kelp. But if we can make it automatically reflow, I think that would save us a lot of items. Of course, our ray tracing pack is breaking all the crops. If you're having a Microsoft or account login issue, it's best just to contact support. It's not usually something that other people can help you with too much. Okay. Game roll, random tick speed. Let's do 100. Yeah, see, some of these have air above them. They should grow into water, to flowing water. Oh, they're not going to? Okay, well, we're going to have to waterlog the pistons then. Maybe not every single one of them, but definitely a lot. Okay. Directional kelp. Yeah, all my plants are like unrendering due to the ray tracing being a little bit buggy. Just a little bit buggy. It's all good. And then let's go ahead and get the glass on this side as well. I think I need to upgrade to better RTX, get that installed, and then I probably won't have these problems. Probably. Oh yeah, see, this kelp grew in. No, the current dark oak tree farm on the channel is the only one on the channel because they're extremely pain. But if you're looking for like an actually simple way of doing dark oak, the most recent tree farm that I have, where it's just like a pool of water, that might actually legitimately be your best option, especially because you can like instant mine wood on Bedrock if you have a beacon and a good axe. That might actually be your best option. You don't really need to automate it. Automation's really just there for the flex for those trees. If I had to be honest with you. It is. That farm is not for the weak of heart. Okay, see, we don't have full water sources in here either. Which is also going to be a problem. I mean, ooh, that's an interesting idea. What if we didn't have water going down the middle? What if their middle was like air? That might be the best way to do this actually. If the middle was just air, because then all the items would just fall down. Yeah, I think that would actually be the best option, because like right now we're relying on all these items to flow upwards, which is not ideal. We're just going to use a fill command to solve that, I think. Yeah, okay, so all these guys are fine now. We can remove all these ones on the top. All these ones on the sides. All these ones right here won't be an issue. And then let's just go ahead and do, what is it, stone brick wall? Stone wall? Cobblestone wall, sure, why not? Yeah, so this will actually be easier to build in survival. Because you'll just install the water on like the blocks where the kelp is actually planted, and then in the pistons. So you won't need all these extra bits and bobs around. You don't have to worry about flooding the middle, which seems like it might be kind of a pain. And then at some point down here is where the middle water source is going to be going. Couldn't tell you where. I think it's actually right here. You have two water sources just pushing those items to either side. And in theory, I think this will work. In theory. Pay no attention to all the redstone that just got ruined. How's the side looking over here? Yeah, we don't need these fences here anymore. I was thinking we might need those for like the water floating up. But otherwise, like if we harvest this, I think all the items should just go down. As long as they actually get pulsed long enough. Oh, and then you know what? We need another water source right here on the edges to actually reflow that. Because right now it's just flowing towards the walls and not even in all of them because I somehow missed some of these. But technically, like, those guys should still regrow up. I mean, that's not actually a problem. The kelp should still grow up, and then if the items don't get into the walls immediately, if they fall straight down like how we saw some of them did, then they should just float up and then go into the walls. Because as you can see, there's none in there currently. So I don't think we need to turn those into water sources. These ones are still flowing water. As soon as one kelp grows up, they should all convert to sources, though. Because they turn flowing into sources. I don't know why these top ones aren't growing. Do you guys know about that? Fences be better than walls? I think they would be exactly the same. I mean, maybe for convenience, like... I don't know, fences aren't really that convenient because you have to crouch to place them. Like, maybe for these gaps. Yeah, so why are these top ones not growing? Surely they still grow into water sources, right? Did they change that at some point? Into flowing water? All these ones up here, all down there grew up. So what's up with this? Why no do a grow? You guys, it's kelp. It's not that complicated. Okay, so there goes all of our water sources. Okay, so wow, they don't grow into flowing water anymore. Huh. They grow in bone meal. Yeah, they used to grow on their own into flowing water. Not having, yeah, Interesting. Yeah, because we had old designs that had flowing water above them. And then when they grew into flowing water, they would break off, and all the items would get automatically instantly harvested and then auto-collected too. This was like when Update Aquatic released and when kelp was first introduced. And I have a design for that right there. And you can see that it's got like water flowing out the sides because they changed it so that kelp can grow into flowing water and turns it into a water source. But I guess they only do that with bone meal now, so that's cool. Seems like they should just do it both ways, but I mean, hey, you know, inconsistency in mechanics. Sure, why not? Why not? It's way more expensive than it should be. Let's see. So yeah, I mean, for some reason, these ones down here are turning into water sources. Yeah, I don't know why the ones above weren't. Seems like they either all should have or none should have. Because they're like the exact same build, right? Okay, we should be completely good to go now, I believe. That's not how that redstone works, though. And apparently this is not how this redstone works either. Whoopsie. Bruh. I mean, a bunch of it's going down. I think these water sources on the sides are going to have to be stairs. Because otherwise we're going to have some lost items right here. So if we put in a stair right here, that should stop ourselves from getting lost items there. Otherwise, maybe fences down the middle could try. Yeah, I was really hoping the flowing water up top would help push all these items in. You know what? I think we also just need to have these pistons out for longer, because then they could push the items inwards a little bit easier. Oh, it's so much easier to access this. From above? Yeah, look at that. Okay. Let's go ahead and kill all of our items so that we don't have any like random ones stack up with the other ones. And then try that again. Yeah, we could try fences. Oh, yeah, no, walls connect to piston heads. That's the problem, obviously. I forgot about that already, jeez. Is it just fence gate? It's probably just fence gate, right? Yeah, fence gate, because that's the OG original one. And then it's like cobblestone wall. Is that not cobblestone wall? It's not cobble underscore stone. There we go. Okay, that should actually do it. Yeah, that's right. Walls were the original thing that we used in the build, but those connect to piston heads now. There we go. Now we're cooking with induction stoves. Let's go. Glass panes also connect to piston heads, so we would have the same issue with that one. Yeah, perfect. 100%. Brilliant. Do we have any lost items in here? Let's go ahead and do a kill command. It looks like we had an item, because otherwise it would have said error. Jackman, welcome in. Let's see. So, yeah, if we kill this now, yeah, see, no targets match selector, but I didn't see any items in there. So where's this mysterious item at? Some of these pistons, I guess, don't have water in them? I don't see any items. Apparently there is, though. I don't know. Wait, hold on. Let's get back in here. Yeah, these guys right here. This might be where our items are ending up. Not the most user-friendly thing to get in and out of. Just gonna be completely real with you there. And that's why you build it from the bottom up, or something. I don't know. I've only built it like 5 times in survival. Iron bars. Iron bars would have the same issue. They're basically the same thing as glass panes. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see any lost items in there, but apparently there's a couple. You know what? Let's do game rules. Send command back feedback? Yeah. And then... Oh, it's killing sugarcane! Well, that doesn't count. Yeah, there's no kelp in this list. It's just killing sugarcane, because they're like, yeah. Because these ones are... Hold up. My guys. I thought it was lossless. It should be near lossless. Let's see. Fence underscore gate. Replace cobblestone wall. There we go. Okay, now it should be basically lossless on both sides. See, I was thinking we'd have to do this at the very top of the build if we were having the kelp actually float up with like the full thing being water sources, but doesn't seem like we'll need to do that. Yeah, okay, no items lost. Cool. Okay. Well, I mean, that'll actually work perfectly fine then. It's basically the exact same deal as this. So this works for bamboo, sugarcane, and kelp. Cool beans. Waterlogging those pistons might be a bit of a pain, but not terribly bad. Now it is the you know, the wee hours of the stream. So, do you guys want to see the tracer concept that I've come up with? I'm not sure if this is completely final, but the tracers for the base are getting very near done. And then we'll get to that kelp farm in the next stream. I don't have a tutorial for it, but it's basically just like a one wide slice that you just build a whole bunch of in a row. So I think my video on like what's the best sugarcane farm in Minecraft, I think that's the video that has it in there. Super spoilers only. You guys have had that super spoilers for like 6 hours. Also, there's another episode of Truly Bedrock releasing tomorrow on the channel. Patrons can see that on Patreon right now. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking for the tracers. Now, I have a couple extra things at the top there that I'm trying to work out right now. So what I did is I moved it so that each one of these horizontal lines is kind of offset from the next batch. So previously, like, this one would be lined up with this one, but now it's just lined up with the one on the other side. So now if you look at it from the side, they're kind of staggered. So it's like a line there, and then a line here with these two, and then a block over, line there, block over, line there, line there, line there, line there, line there. So they're all staggered by a block. That took like an hour just to make sure these are all spaced out correctly. They are spaced out correctly. They're all 4 block gapped now. Back at the beginning, I kind of marked out these ones a little bit. Nothing around the core has actually changed, but I also decided to add in a couple little nodules here or there. That way you can, I don't know, just make it look a little bit more like computery, a little bit more circuit boardy. Like these ones over here are completely useless, but they look fun. And then, of course, all these are going to be sunk down into the ground. And then I don't really know where some of these are going to be going. These ones I just need to, like, count to make sure that they're the right length. So, like, these ones right here are kind of just, like, extras. And then, I don't know what I want to do on this side, so this is kind of, like, mirrored. So we can either do it so that both sides are like this one, or goes out in kind of like a rectangle, and then goes off. Or we can do it so that both sides have, like, these little forks that go out. So I'm not sure which way I prefer. But, you know, there is options. I can remove this guy real quick. It's like I think the rectangle could have some use to it. It's supposed to go out to here though, isn't it? The rectangle could look kind of cool. Because I didn't want it to just go straight to the end of the build. So maybe that'll be better. I don't know. I'm undecided. There's still a few things that we could like change up over here and mess with. But I like the nodules. And then can we get ray tracing to work? Let me guess. It's probably going to require a game restart. Maybe. Maybe it'll just work. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've been too harsh. Maybe the game will just work first try. Nope. This isn't too bad, though. This is very cyberpunk. I actually kind of like it. Good stream thumbnail right there. No need to be harsh. I'm just being honest. I could sugarcoat it a little bit, I guess, but, you know. Hey, there we go. Yeah, so I kind of like the rectangle. The square idea. I don't know. Makes it look like there's another farm that could go there. Which also makes me think, like, hey, maybe we should make it so that there's a like tracer around every single one of our builds, so that all the builds are like these nice square like lights around the base. So it'd be like square of light, square of light, square of light. Wow, that's very glitchy. Look at this. You place it and it just like flickers. Gives you a little bit of an X-ray, actually. Crazy. Yeah, and then obviously we like sink that down to the ground. Yeah, so imagine these like sunk down into the ground. They're not going to be as harsh. Because you're not going to have the white halos around them, of course. And then all these is going to be multicolored. So each one of these is going to be a different color. And we're not going to see what that looks like until we have it built on the server. Because I ain't building that in creative. I'm going to be real with you. But I mean, you can kind of see what the core looks like right here. So if it looks anything like the core, I think spread out across the entire base, it could look pretty awesome. I don't know. I'm excited for it. I think it'll be good. So maybe we'll get this done next stream, and maybe we'll save it for the weekend. Because I think we need to build up that kelp farm, and then also the pick farm, and then we save this for the weekend. And then do we, like, I also need to design up the AFK spot as well. Because I think once we start the tracers, like, then we just gotta commit, right? We gotta spend like a full week building these, like Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. We just get the full tracers installed. And then the redstone lines. Stuff like that. What is build limit? 320? And we gotta go up for a ways. A ways! Here we go. -40, -40, -40. Let's do spruce leaves. Leaves, and then persistent bit equals true, because otherwise they will straight up decay. Is that still got light on it from the sea lanterns? There's no way the light travels that far. It should look basically the same. Oh, okay. We would have to do quite a bit of roof, wouldn't we? We would have to do a number of roofs. I think it would have to go 15 blocks beyond our big circle. Oh, that filled in our middle block, didn't it? Whoops. Well, don't really know where our middle block was anymore. Oh, no. I thought I put this a block lower. I think if you have it at build height, it's like a problem. I'm pretty sure that's not good. So I think the like light doesn't update or something. Or it can like bug out because, you know, Bedrock. But let's get an idea of what this might seem like. We've done this kind of roof before, but not on this huge scale. We'd have to give it a cool shape. Is that even big enough? I don't think that's it. I think we got to fill in the corner. Because if we want the real effect of the base, then we're going to have to build a roof over it. Oh wait, no, I think we just gotta leave it right here. Because like during the day, it doesn't look nearly as good, right? Like blocks with water in it. Yeah. Now we did have that that dynamic roof idea that I showed you guys a few months ago. I don't think we're gonna have time for that. If I had another like 3 months, I think we could like get done everything that I really wanted to get done with the base, like all the concepts and all the ideas that I had. But we are knocking stuff off the list as we go. How did I not fill in this? Speedrun it. We have been speedrunning it. We have been. Okay, maybe that's big enough. It needs to go a little bit further out, though. Jeez, man. Jeez. And then I guess we gotta do one more on the other side. Next season, don't cram. No. I will leave all the projects until the last month, and you'll be happy with it. I'm hoping that I have time to actually plan next season's base before next season starts. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Planning during the season is not fun. Tinted glass dome. Okay, a dome is actually such pain. And also, tinted glass is kind of such pain as well. That's the most pain idea that you could have suggested, I believe. Okay, it might be like that size roof. Okay, yeah, now we're getting some actual darkness down here. No, it unrenders! Look at this garbage. Unrenders. Bruh. Oh, no, because, yeah, no, with ray tracing, too, the sun, like, comes out from the corners, too. Like, it's from the actual sun. Bruh. I mean, it still looks better than it did, though. But, yeah, if you, like, walk out here, then it gets darker. What's up with that? Come on. That's just a ray tracing render distance issue, isn't it? Yeah, so we're going to have to lower down that roof. Well, see, this is why you test. Yeah. Bruh. Spent all that time building that roof, placing every single block by hand, and this is what happens. But if we turn it to night... Yeah, it looks a lot nicer. I think it's going to be pretty epic. I was going to try designing another... like variant of this grid. I don't know what you really call this tracer grid, I guess, this tracer layout. But I'm pretty happy with how this one turned out. I don't know what I would really do different on a second, like, section. Because if you look at, like, a bunch of, like, CPU diagrams or whatever, then a bunch of those have, like, diagonal lines, which would be cool. That'd be great. But diagonal water streams don't really exist. So, yeah. I mean, maybe on, like, some of these ones, you could maybe figure yourself out like a way to do diagonal lines. I mean, that could be kind of cool, but also, I don't know. I kind of like it being rigid. You know, a lot of the base is very rigid, very square, very hard corners. So adding in just like a little sprinkling of you know, diagonals in there, I don't know if that would really fit the theme, you know? Don't plan, just do. Oh, but yeah, I mean, if you're doing a technical base, you really need to plan things out. Right? I've done organics before with technical. Like, if you look at Silent Survival, like the first base that we had with the Goliathan storage system. I still love that name, Goliathan. This is technically a Goliathan right here. This is what I would consider. I don't know what number I'd be on at this point, but it's a Goliathan. I really plan it all out. I try to plan as much as I can. You know, obviously, once you get into the weeds on a project, then you're gonna find other things that you could have never anticipated. You're like, oh, wait, no, we gotta do this as well. And sometimes that can throw a wrench into your problems, but mostly it comes down to spacing, right? Mostly it comes down to spacing. Like, I had these gold farms marked out on the wrong block, so they were a block back and to the left, so they're, like, diagonal. So that kind of messed with my tracers. So, like, the tracer on this side was off, whereas that side was working fine. So I was like, I had to go back to the server, make sure all the coordinates for all these corners were fine, and then, like, map out where I had those tracers. So slight disturbance in the force there. Liara, hello there. But most things, like, we try to plan out fairly well. If I had more time, I was going to have more farms right in the center core right here. Like, we were going to have the creeper farm up in the air above us, where we're going to have the shulker farms as well. And then we're gonna have some farms right here in the corner and the core of the base. Like we were gonna have a whole extra like probably 4 to 6 things that we originally planned out, and there is technically room for it. I think the tracers would look a little bit messier. I don't think it would look as good, but with the current plan of the base, all the farms are on the very edges, which you know, kind of lends itself to a neat layout. The gold farms are the only thing that are actually pushed in, so it makes them kind of stand out. They weren't going to be as, you know, objectively horrible. There goes the mic buzzing again. See, it's a good thing that I have my mic monitoring turned on. I can actually hear myself talking in my own headphones. Catch this kind of thing. I don't know why it's doing that. But, yeah, I mean, there's a few things. Might be a little bit jank. Once we get out to the outer edges of the tracers, like, once we get over to here, I don't know where these guys are going. Some of these got to go back around the corner. Some of them got to go to the compost tower. Some of them got to combine and cross. Like, we're having a pink tracer out here, and I don't know how that's going to really work. So we got, like, pink and magenta. These outer ones are pink. These ones are magenta. And I want this outer one to go to the cactus farm, which is right here. But the very outer one is supposed to be getting the poppies from the gold farm. Or not the gold farm, the iron farm. Oh, I guess we could put some glass over them. We might get a better idea of what these look like. Magenta is such a good color, especially in Minecraft with like the glass and stuff. That's why I chose it as one of the primary colors of the base, because I liked it way more than yellow. Because normally you do like, you know, red, green, blue, yellow, your 4 primaries. I was like, yellow? Nasty. Get out of here. Even though yellow's like one of the primary colors I use for like thumbnails and graphics. But yeah, I just didn't think it looked that nice in ray tracing. Yeah, so actually figuring out where all the tracers are going to go and the logistics of getting the items into the correct tracers is going to be a little bit funky once we actually get them out on the edges. And then, of course, we're going to have this entire thing built on the opposite side as well. So I think, like, as you fly into the space area, it's going to look pretty epic. I have a... Here we go. Firework! Like, you fly in here, and it's just going to be, like, you know, dozens of these tracers. Could look pretty cool. And you know what? So the tracers are only supposed to be on when the farm is running, right? But maybe we want them to be on all the time. I don't know. I think it's better if they're on when the farm's running. Because the only farm that's not actually going to be running all the time is going to be the flower farm, because obviously. So that's actually the only farm in the entire base that isn't going to be running all the time. Because like the melon and pumpkin, the bee farm, the cactus, the kelp, the bamboo, the sugarcane, all those are very passive farms. I guess the moss farms, we won't have those running. And then the pickle farm as well. We probably won't have that running. Yeah, the gold farms. We don't have those running very much. So we're getting a lot of reflections on this glass over here. There's not really a way to stop that, but they're going to be sunk down quite a bit, so I don't think it'll be as big of a deal. But yeah, that's kind of the plan for now. I'm still cooking on it. I'm still sitting on it. So we'll start on this project, and we'll get some things going. Hopefully this weekend. But until then, we're gonna work on building up that kelp farm in that corner, and then getting up the pickle farm, and then that'll be basically every single farm in the base done. I don't think I'm ready to collect, you know, 20,000 leaves or however many that might be. That might actually be the shape of the roof, too. Or maybe, we would probably do a circle. We'd probably do a circle. Yeah, no, I gotta cook fast. Gotta get that air fryer out. I would like to do a roof on the base. I would have to do some figuring out how far down we need to lower it for it to work with ray tracing all the time. But also, like, if the sun is over there, the roof's not going to do anything for ray tracing. So maybe ultimately it doesn't matter. You just come to the base at nighttime. That would save us, you know, a couple dozen hours probably. And then other than that, like, just the logistics of installing all the tracers, the glass, the lines, hooking them up to every single farm, getting the control panel installed with all the redstone lines. 4 big projects there. And it should be looking pretty good, I think, actually. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's stream. I'll see you guys on the next one. And I will send you on over to someone else who is streaming on Twitch. You guys know the deal. We're going to right into someone. Let's see, who have we got streaming? Let's see. We have ourselves an iJevin. It's been a while since we got into raid iJevin. Very nice. They're playing on the Hermitcraft server. You guys know the deal. Drop a follow. Tell them where you came from. And hang out with them in their stream. See what they're up to. I'll drop this link into the YouTube chat. You guys can head over there as well. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Silent Whisper on all platforms, absolutely everywhere. You guys know the deal. YouTube and